Hi YouTube, Hans here with the Harbor Freight Mini Mill project. Thanks for joining me. It's been a little while since my last video, but I'm back at it here and I've got my belts, pulleys, and bearings on order. And so I'm going to be going over the website and my spreadsheet and how I ordered them and a little bit about how I picked them out. More details on that will follow when I'm actually installing them, but this is a piece of the project that's not so much fun that I spent a lot of time on, trying to pick out the right belts and pulleys and analyzing the whole design of the bearings and how you mount the motors. A lot of thoughts gone into this, and so I finally pulled the trigger on getting those parts ordered. So this represents the final major mechanical components that I need to put this thing together. There'll be many other little surprises along the way here as I do the full assembly, but this is a video dedicated to just the selection of belts, pulleys, and bearings. Thanks. The green boxes are numbers that I'm happy with, and the yellow is ones that I had to adjust in order to get parts that were in stock. I've got 4 different part numbers. We got a 113 tooth count belt times 2, and then I got a 140 count belt, and then we got a 40 tooth pulley and a 45 tooth pulley. Those were in stock. I really wanted a 101 tooth count belt. Well, it's in their catalog, but it's not in stock. So over here's my shopping cart. And pulley too, I wanted to order the one with the Fairlock hub, and it's this one here. I'll zoom in on it. It has the split hub, which I'm looking for to reduce backlash. It's this one here with 2 flanges and Fairlock hub. I don't want just the set screw one like you see there. So I ended up having to be flexible on the tooth count for my belt and my pulleys, and I found the right combination to get my center distances that you can see over here. But I had to be flexible and make some concessions, and I'm gonna have to remake my X-axis flange that holds the belt and the pulleys and the belt together on the bearing and for the ball screw, and then to the stepper drive. The grand total on this order is $195. It's in stock. So could I have gone with some cheaper pulleys and belts? Probably. I just chose to order the belts from the same place as the pulleys. If you're okay with set screw pulleys, maybe if you don't need the flanges, I don't know, you can get pulleys for like $3 a piece. I'm paying $26 a piece for these pulleys, but I don't want the question of potential added backlash. If the set screws loosen up, it creates more backlash in your system. I'll have enough things to try to troubleshoot building a mill. I don't want to be caught by something stupid like a loose set screw. I also know that longevity wise, this will hold up better. So that's what I ordered for belts and pulleys. Bearings, I'll probably cover those separately, but I've got those on order right now as well too. I'm zooming in on the part numbers one more time if you wanted to take a note of that for your own project. Okay, little note on the bearing I bought off of eBay, the 7000 dB bearing. You'll find this all over the internet. This is the lowest price. And I have on my spreadsheet the source of my information. So this Nachi catalog goes through all different types of bearings, and you know, this is what I use to select them, but it's kind of nice. They have a table of contents. I gotta study this a little more to make sure I do this right, but if I'm interpreting this correctly, I'll zoom in on this right here. This is my ball screw shaft, and I have to contact the inner race of the bearing, and then this is showing, which I don't understand, I'm contacting the inner and the outer race, which makes no sense to me because they'd be rubbing on each other, creating friction. So I got to figure that out. I think once I get the bearing in hand, I will figure that out. On the bearing dimensions, this is a 10mm bore on the inside and 26mm on the outside. And the pulleys I have 1/4 inch because the stepper motors have 1/4 inch. So I wanted to standardize on something that's easily available in case I want to swap things. So this important thing here is that the bearing bore has to be larger than the pulley because you have to slide it on to the shaft first. So my next video should be with parts in hand, and exciting because these are the last parts that I'm aware that I need to buy at this point, at least for the mechanical portion of this. Some electrical is still outstanding, but stick around for my next video. It'll be happening a lot sooner than the last ones have because the parts are on order now and progress is back in motion. So stay tuned. Thanks for sticking with me on this project.